Hi everyone, very happy to connect with you. So as we see a lot that grids are facing huge challenges today, we hear everywhere there is no energy transition, no decarbonization possible without the grids, right? And grids are facing huge challenges in terms of bidirectional flows, rise of EVs and PVs, which is skyrocketing, rise of renewable, and of course we know we have this burning platform of infrastructure which is very old and workforce which is aging. And we see a lot of challenges which is really because of the old way of siloed approach where we had a lot of divisions. And this is where our One Digital Grid platform kicks in, because it's really about having a unified approach, right? It's unified approach, breaking the silos between planning, operation, asset management, and really making sure it's all working holistically together, right? And the beauty is for the customers, it's not a rip and replace approach, right? You can continue with what you have. It's a modular approach. It's a stepwise approach. So that's very important. Then the next very important thing is it's an open architecture, meaning at heart is the interoperability story. And this means we are talking of seamless integration with first-party apps and third-party apps. That's really fundamentally creating a lot of options of new innovations for our customer. And at the heart is, of course, all about AI and real-time grid data that can bring a lot of new use cases, a lot of new intelligence, and we can talk about major event management, we can talk about flexibility. So at the end, it's all about driving more resiliency, driving more flexibility, and driving more simplicity to be able to take those very difficult decisions, but faster, quicker, and really unlocking the energy transition and all the challenges grids are facing. So stay tuned.
Hi all. You have heard recently from Shub to talk about the platform and what it's enabling. Let me dive on a particular use case which is unlocked by the platform, and it's particularly under the angle of resiliency, how it helps to increase resiliency by allowing to better manage and be better prepared in front of extreme weather events. So what is around that? It really allows to move from a reactive approach to a proactive management approach by delivering that possibility to have a holistic system-wide approach to weather event management. Now, what practically this means and how does this system-wide looks like, right? So it really starts within the planning phase by allowing to run those holistic risk assessment, running simulations on the grid of the events, allowing to define the grid hardening priorities, and 3 days before of the event, we're able to predict, to forecast where the storm is going to hit. By knowing that information ahead of time, we're able to fit that within the real-time systems such as ADMS and adjust the network settings, change the protection schemes, right? And that, with that in mind, so as we are getting closer to the event, hours ahead of the event, that helps. We can pre-position the crew exactly the right place because we know where the event is going to happen, right? Now, of course, during the event and the response phase, we look after minimizing downtime, keeping communication with customers, and as we move into the recover phase, of course, we focus in reestablishing the service as soon as possible, and then feeding the learnings back into the planning for the next cycle. So it really helps to have those loops running. And so I would say that it helps to break the silos between planning, operations, flexibility, right? And this is only possible by having a common data foundation that exchanges that information, right? So this is enabled by the platform, the One Digital Grid platform, to increase resiliency and simplify operations. Thank you very much.
Hello. We have seen from Shub the launch of our new One Digital Grid platform, the ecosystem for utilities. With our friend Luca, we've deep dived more into the resiliency use case that is one of the key for basically avoiding and minimizing the outages that we have on the distribution network. Right now, I really want to spend a few seconds with you about another key use case that we have and we can unlock with our new platform, that is the flexibility use case. So at Schneider Electric, we can unlock and we can support the DSOs to minimize the congestion that we have on the grid. We are all aware that we have a huge pressure on the grid due to the high rates of the demand and the energy transition creating a bottleneck that we have on the grid and the queue for connecting DERs into the grid. So with our new platform, we can really support the DSOs to predict the congestion, where are the congestions, and then we can finally support the DSOs to avoid these congestions, connecting the platform to the flexibility market, to the local flexibility market, and finally support the flexibility service provider to connect to the DSOs and use the DERs that we have on the medium and the low voltage network to finally avoid our congestions. So we are so excited to be with you to launch our new ecosystem, and we really want to have you with us and to connect with our network. Thank you so much.